Hi and welcome to Rockin' the Planet. So good you can join me to celebrate more of the diverse musical talent that we have here in New Zealand. Tonight, it's an understatement when I say diverse and talented. They are fantastic. Starting off with singer-songwriter Sam Bartells. We'll talk about his new, just-released single titled Direction. Also joining me on the couch for a chat and a bit of a fiddle is one of New Zealand's favourite ladies of music, Marian Burns. But as always, let's see who's been rocking the planet this week. Well, great news for Beach Boy fans. Brian Wilson has announced plans for one show only in New Zealand on the 26th of March at Auckland's Civic Theatre. The now 73-year-old will be celebrating the 50th anniversary of the release of the Beach Boys' masterpiece, It Sounds, by dedicating the first half of the show to a performance of the entire album. The second half of the show will be over an hour of Beach Boys' greatest hits. Fellow longtime Beach Boy Al Jardine will be joining the lineup in the band. Well, I'll be certainly marking the calendar for that date. Brian Wilson, amazing, yes. Amazes me that the ticket prices are around about, well, I saw it starting at 266 New Zealand dollars. That's a bit of a worry. I'm going to have to start saving for that. Anyway, from the Beach Boys to New Zealand music and my first very special guest, Sam Bartells. Welcome, Sam. It's really good having you here, mate.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah. You've got a brand new single out called Directions.
Yes, indeed, I do.
And I love it, and we're all going to get to hear it very soon. But first, we need to know about the man behind the music. And tonight, you're going to tell me. No, you started off in Hamilton. Are you a Hamiltonian?
I was born in Hamilton, not raised in Hamilton. Spent a few years in Australia, young, and then straight to.
So a family, travelling family.
Yeah, travelling family, and then up to further up north. Yeah,
you went
grew
to
up in
Whangarei.
Whangarei. Yeah.
You didn't want to say that, did you? Good old Whangarei, good place actually. It's not.
Yeah, it was good.
Coming
very
alive
good,
again.
and that's where I started started my music career and listening to music up there in shows and things like that.
Now, who inspired you at the time? I mean, to pick up the guitar.
Originally, it was it's been in my family for a long time. Music, enjoying music, listening, whether it's listening or playing, all of that.
Dad played.
Dad played, my uncle played, all my cousins played. I was sort of the youngest who always watched them and wanted to do what they were doing, and so I just sort of picked it up from there. And through school, the Rock Quest, I started writing around that time. I managed to get a slot in singing. I'd never sung before, but the singer dropped out of another band, so I managed to fill that spot. Yeah, I had to write 2 songs in 2 weeks to the music. Yep. I did it. We did really well, and then from that day forward, I didn't look back and just wanted to.
And did you win the Rock Quest?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But it was a good experience, definitely. Yeah.
It grounded you anyway. So you really decided this is for me.
Yeah, it was. It was watching like bands like the Feelers on stage, and Pie here and things like that made me sort of realise, like a punch in the face. Yeah. With music.
They've really pioneered that sort of sound, and I think you've got that same sort of sound still there. Actually, the Feelers, they pioneered there's a hot acoustic going through it somewhere or other all the time, and you were a very acoustic sounding thing. I mean, I saw you performing at Rock the Hive just recently, and I was just amazed at your presence. And you started the day off. You were the first artist on stage.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous about that.
And I'm sure you were, because I mean, I would still be nervous if I was the first artist walking out on stage. It's quite a job to do, as you know. And you commanded the stage straight away. I was really impressed. Wow, this guy is great.
Thank
you. Did your new record and everything else without anybody else, just on your own, you and your acoustic. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's how I started. So just, it can be easier to do it that way sometimes as well. Just jump up with the guitar. So,
now, you're obviously you've got kids and a family, and they're all going to be musical like you.
I don't know. I mean, I don't force it on them, but I see my son and my daughter tapping away, and I've already bought him a guitar, so he sort of puts the strap around his shoulder and plays away.
He wants to be like Dad.
Yeah. He knows what work is for Dad. It's going to work, and that's playing music. So they've had a taste of that already, and he's only 4. So
Now the inspiration for your music is it just from life's happenings around you, or I saw there was a thing there. I saw a printout about you, and it's mentioned that life's happenings, love, that you like to write about, and addictions. And I thought, well, what are these addictions?
Oh, well, you know, you can work that out for yourself, maybe.
No, that's why I'm asking.
All sorts of things.
You
I've struggled in the past with things, and I won't go into it in too much detail.
Well, you're a healthy-looking man, so
I'm pretty healthy now, and I like to write about that sort of thing. I relate it to like going to the gym and working out hard, and
You do that?
Yeah, but that's music, and writing is basically like going to the gym for me as well. That's how much I put into it.
Yeah.
Like a good workout.
And that's become your outlet, really.
That's my outlet. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Music is my outlet, and it's good for the soul, I think. That's.
Now you're planning to make an album.
Yeah,
apart from the single that you've just released.
Yeah, that was the first one I've done with a great team of guys I managed to get in with. Greg Haver, who's done all the Manic Street Preachers.
Now tell me, how did that evolve? Did you just bump into them in the street?
No, I wanted to record somewhere in a good studio, so I approached Neil Finn's studio, which is Roundhead. I had a contact there, and they picked that song out of a couple that I had, just a rough demo I did on my phone. And then that's amazing. Yeah, the director of the studio said, "Why don't you ask this guy?" And then it sort of happened like that, and then we all recorded and did the song. And now I've got a plan to do a lot more. Next year.
That must have been a hell of a buzz for you to meet up with all
these
users.
Cool.
Suddenly it just happened.
It was the craziest thing I've done, like being in a proper studio. I've done heaps of little studio sessions and on my own, but I had talented session musicians around me. Yeah. Everyone, and they were all there just to.
They were chosen for you. You didn't.
I chose most of them.
Yeah.
And they, luckily, having a good producer, he was able to work with everyone.
Can you name a few of the guys?
Cara Gordon.
Cara Gordon's great, well known.
Yep. I had Dylan, who was the bass player for Sons of Zion.
Yes.
Andrew Cochran on the keys. So
you really had a great team around you.
Yeah, and I'll use them again for that, and they're brilliant. They're
and
just
Mr. Finn was looking around, was checking.
I saw him walking around, but maybe
What's
next time
going on
we'll
there?
chat. Yeah.
Well, it must have been a hell of a thrill for you to make your first. Was that your first single?
It's my first single, yeah.
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 And now the album's going to progress the rest of the year.
Yeah.
2016.
I plan to do about 3 to 4 demos. I still, it's been coming out of my own pocket at the moment, which can be tough.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So
cheap occupation.
I'll put in for funding, and I'll keep trying down that avenue. But I'll do some good demos at the end of Jan, and keep working towards getting some funding, and then work towards a mini album or a full album. I've got enough material there that I've been reworking and making sure it's ready to go.
Well, we're going to have a look at this video because it is a beautiful video and a beautiful song. Sam Bartells with Directions.
I wanna be right. Wanna be alright. I wanna be right. For the first time in my life, I wanna be cool, no. Wanna keep my cool. I wanna say the things that let you know that I'm here for you. Cause the things that you say always make me wanna change. when you cry. And it's those tears that make me realize, oh, all the things that you say always make me wanna change my direction. And the things that I want, well, they're nothing anymore. Without you,
Directions by Sam Bartells. You must agree with me, that's got to be a great video. And just that music just takes me off somewhere else. It's a great song, man.
Thank you.
It really deserves accolades, and I hope it gets in the charts, and well, I'm willing it to get in the charts, believe me. And it's great work, and you said you spent a long time on that song.
Yeah, I wrote it a long time ago, and I've reworked it and
You
just
reworked it.
added to it and taken pieces away
Yeah.
and sort of moulded it a little bit. That's really.
You must be pleased to see the final painting of it. You know, there it is in front of you, this beautiful
I'm
song.
stoked. Yeah, it's like putting your art in a gallery.
It is.
A gallery, I
It
guess.
is.
Once you've finished it.
Yeah.
So.
And you never know what it's going to turn out like till...
No, and I'm happy
the
with
last
it
moment.
as far as it's come so far. And you know, yes, we hope to get it on radio, but I'm just ready to keep moving with
Yeah.
the next song. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. And yeah.
Now, as far as I know, this is your only job these days?
Yes,
You're not out there, you know, knocking walls over?
I have
or
been,
building?
and sometimes I'll do that in between. But you know, I'm able to play full time.
Well, that's an
and it's
achievement
really
in
good.
itself, isn't it?
Thank you.
To
Yeah.
make a living in New Zealand in music. That's
Yeah.
what it's all about.
Yeah, and if I can be in the game as long as you have, or half the
Oh.
time as you have, well, I'll be doing well.
You'll be doing well, all right. I'm just about hanging in there myself. Hey, it's been great, Sam. It's a real
you, Shane.
pleasure to have someone like you on here. Fresh, new material and fresh outlook at it. And I just love your music, and I wish you all the best with it.
Thank
Here,
you.
here,
Cheers.
for 2016.
For sure.
Merry Christmas, by the way.
Merry Christmas to you.
All right, and our next very special guest will be the lovely Marian Burns. My next guest has to be one of New Zealand's first lady of entertainment. She's absolutely gorgeous. I love her. She's out there. She manages one of the busiest careers in New Zealand showbiz. I want to welcome the lovely Marian Burns. How are you, Marian?
Thanks, Shane.
It's good
Thanks
to
for
have you
having
here.
me.
Oh, having you? Sorry, you scared me now. You naughty girl.
Stop it.
It's good to have you here, really.
Thank you.
You join me on the couch for a bit of a fiddle, as I say, and a bit of a chat. Now, we'll do the chat first, eh?
All right.
Now, I want to know all about you because, I mean, you're one of the most popular entertainers in New Zealand, I've got to say that. Everywhere I go, they say, Marian Burns was here last week.
Oh, really?
And that's
Well,
important,
so
you know.
nice.
Yeah, everywhere I go. And you do have a certain, you know, you're bubbly, you're gorgeous.
Thanks.
And everyone falls in love with you the minute they see you on stage.
That's so nice.
And I think that's part of the secret. And of course, you play the violin. I'm not going to call it the fiddle anymore tonight.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't mind.
Now, where did the violin start? I mean, in your career, because
Wow.
that's the major part of your show. Is like, whoa.
Well, career-wise, when in 1993, I won an award that just changed my life. But until then, I was playing classical and doing the orchestral playing and stuff like that. But all through, since I was a little kid, and my brother Brian was very country, and he took me to a couple of country and western clubs, and I played my first country piece when I was 9, and my mother nearly killed him for taking me there. But that was cool, but I carried on with the classical thing. And the career thing really kicked off in '93 when I went and won the Entertainer of the Year, country music.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite
So
expecting...
you fell straight in love with country music.
Well,
mean,
I just got on that stage in the Auckland Town Hall
Yeah.
and played this piece that I'd been practicing my bum off. I tell you, the Orange
Yeah.
Blossom was
Oh, that.
the Orange
Well,
Blossom shirt,
yeah.
the Orange Blossom special
Yeah,
band.
yeah.
And I'd practiced so hard, I just wanted to play the thing. And I didn't even mean to win the awards. I
just want to get out
just
there and
wanted to play
let
it.
loose.
And then won the overall, and then had to go into the the main entertainer of the year in Palmerston North, that was. So I went into that, and all these things have spiraled. And then I got invited to play in the South Island. I'd never been to the South Island. There was all these exciting things.
On the road.
On the road, yeah. So just as soon as that happened, doors opened, and I left the orchestra in the end because I was just too busy. I was playing in guest spots for different country clubs and different places. Gore.
Yeah.
Gore.
The Country Music Awards, of course.
Yeah, that was huge down there.
Yeah.
So it opened up in '93.
So it's all opened up for you. And since then, I mean, you pursued the solo career. You've no intentions of going back to the orchestra?
Oh, I've been invited back by Gary DeVerne to play in the
Yeah,
Auckland
Gary,
Symphony,
of
because I got
course.
to the Auckland Symphony Orchestra, and that was fantastic, and I love it.
Yeah.
You know, and you're sitting in an orchestra, and that's what was my passion when I was 5 years old.
And
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to play one of these I saw in the
Yes.
picture, and I wanted to play in an orchestra. That's all I wanted
Yeah.
when I was 5, and Mum didn't kind of quite believe me. So
It's an amazing sound, isn't it? An amazing feeling. It's got to be amazing. Just, you know, with the cellos and the woodwinds. And
unreal,
everything going.
unreal.
I can
And I
imagine.
heard that on an album, a vinyl Mum had,
Yeah.
of Strauss.
Oh,
Do, 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 do.
yeah.
It's a toot toot. It's a and so I just wanted to play in the orchestra, and then of course John Denver came along,
Oh.
and thank God I'm a country boy, and
Yeah.
amazing.
So-
So I just started trying play. I heard it on the radio, and I just wanted to play that music. So I tried to learn
Yeah.
those by ear,
Yeah.
and sneaking them in between my classical pieces.
Beautiful.
So it's
And now, tell me about this violin, this beautiful violin here.
This
I mean,
violin is very
you
special.
keep pointing it out. Have you got a name for it?
I haven't given it a name.
You haven't given a name, like it's not Lucille or anything like B.B. King or something, but
No.
Okay.
It's played in the B.B. Kings in Memphis, though.
oh, tell me
Played it,
about it.
and it was amazing. Went to
You
Memphis.
played this
yes,
violin
in
at
B.B.
B.B.
King's.
King's club?
Yes. And
In
when I
Memphis?
walked into Memphis, they thought, because I didn't have my violin shaped case. I had an oblong case, and they said to me, "Oh, what have you got on the case?" And they were expecting me to say trumpet,
Of
or a
course, yeah,
horn, or
yeah,
something. And I said, "Oh, it's a fiddle." And they went, "Oh, a fiddle." Oh well, would you like to play anyway? And I went, "Yes, please." So I got up on stage and played with the King Bees.
I bet you blew him away.
It was so cool. I was a little white pucky, a little white hobbit.
little honky.
And all these tall guys, black as skin, and their eyeballs and their teeth were just shining in the dark. And we
they loved you.
just rocked it out. We played, what was it? Johnny B. Good.
Johnny B. Good, rock and roll.
Whoa.
And
It
you
was-
were rocking on that?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, it was so good. And then they asked me to do some more, and it was good.
Yeah. So tell me now about...
Sorry, back. We
digressed. That's a shame word. But anyway, the violin, it's not from here, obviously.
No, this
is it
violin was made in Ireland.
It's
Ireland.
Irish. Oh.
In Dublin. It even says Dublin. Just there.
yeah,
Just
yes,
there, to be sure.
It's from Dublin.
And it was made in Anglesey Street and by Thomas Perry. And it was made in 1806.
Now, he was a very famous violin
Yes,
player.
he was like a, equivalent to Stradivarius, but he was the Irish maker and a very
It's an
reputable.
Irish Stradivarius. But it's a beautiful piece
It is
of work,
beautiful.
isn't it?
I love
And
it.
what year was that made?
1806.
So,
been around.
Ireland, what is the Irish connection with you?
Well,
there is an Irish connection with your family?
my great-grandfather was Irish, and but I tried to find... I went over there to try and find out
Yeah.
a bit more about my history there. But such a dysfunctional family, it's
Like everybody
pretty
else.
screwed up, right? But through
Well, any
through,
Irish in
through
it's definitely
various
dysfunctional.
adoptions and things, it just kind of got lost a bit.
Yeah.
So I couldn't find my...
But you played a lot of gigs over in Ireland while
Yes,
you were
and
there.
I
This
did
is only
play
recently,
this,
last
yes,
year.
a couple of years ago.
Couple of years
And
ago.
I took this into a church. It was built in the year 700, and it was a little stone church called St. Kevin's at the monastic ruins in Glendalough. And I put
been
my
there too.
violin... Have you? Yeah. And I put this violin...
It's got the pointed tail.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a massive tower. Oh my God, I love that place.
I've been
Anyway,
there, it's beautiful.
I went into this church and I played this. And this violin just jumped out of it. It was just so beautiful.
I bet it, yeah, that's your baby. Would you play me something on that lovely thing? Give me the idea of how it sounds. And,
Oh, sure.
now, what's the first song you ever learnt on violin?
Well, oh my
Can I
goodness.
ask?
The first country song
Can you
I
remember?
learnt was
Oh, okay.
this one here. I played. My brother took me to Country Western Club, and I played in front of an audience. I was shaking like anything, but it went like this. It was called "Home on the Range."
Oh, yeah, beautiful. just one line?
Yeah.
Give me a home with a buffalo, where the skies are not cloudy all day, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Oh,
Beautiful.
I think my knees were knocking
Absolutely.
a bit more.
That is the most beautiful fiddle I've heard.
Oh, that's lovely. On
Yes,
this.
there you go. All right, well, I'm not going to go there.
All right.
We're going to go right to your song now. You made a lovely record this year, an Anzac special.
I released a single.
Yeah, released a single,
Video.
and it's one you wrote and produced, and
Yes.
you teach lots of kids to sing, a choir sort of thing.
Well, the
so-
amazing thing, Shane, is that I have received videos from all around New Zealand of schools who've adopted this song
Great.
as their Anzac song.
Yep.
For 2015, it's been amazing, and they send me videos and clips of them doing. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful!
Wonderful, yeah.
And it's on YouTube, and it's been signed for the deaf.
Okay.
And they've
Well,
fed-
and we're gonna play that video of that beautiful
you're gonna
song.
play a video that a
You
lot of
wrote
people
it,
haven't
and-
seen.
No, you got to tell us what was it called?
It's called Beautiful Soldier.
Beautiful Soldier. And there's a big story behind that, but I'll ask you about it after.
So sweet.
Here it is.
Thank
Marian
you.
Burns with Beautiful Soldier.
Beautiful soldier, so handsome and young. Beautiful soldier, your life's just begun. Why have they called you? Oh, what have they done? Beautiful soldier, they've given you a gun. And what lies ahead cannot be undone. Beautiful soldier, what did they say? Beautiful soldier, as you went on your way. They told you they'd wait for you, they begged you to stay. They swore their love for you, and God how they prayed. But what lay ahead could not be undone. No, what lay ahead could not be undone. Frightened soldier, in the trenches you lie, frozen in the darkness under a smoke-filled sky. Surrounded by soldiers, you heard their cries. Oh, brave, brave soldier, you were too young to die. Age shall not weary them, nor the years gone dead. No age shall not weary them. We will remember them. We will remember them. And they who are young shall not grow old, but when the graves they lie, their stories told. And when the sun goes down and rises up again, we will remember them. We will remember them. Beautiful soldier.
Beautiful Soldier, beautiful song. Marian Burns, absolutely tremendous job on that song.
Thank
and
you.
great writing.
Thank
and
you.
beautiful. You had all the kids singing on it and everything else. And you look rather heavenly in that.
Yeah,
film,
in the
you-
clouds,
I
yeah.
must say, up in the clouds.
Very
there.
reflective.
Head in the clouds. But beautiful song, and I can only wish you all the best with that. I think that's going to be around for a long, long time.
Thank you.
And I hope it is anyway.
Cool.
Now, I've got my classic Kiwi clip
Have you?
coming up, and we have to have one of those. Do you remember When the Cat's Away?
Yes, what we need is a great
Annie
big-
Crummer and all
Yep,
the girls.
absolutely.
Yeah, Debbie Harwood.
Awesome.
Why don't we play that and have a good listen to some good old Kiwi classic music?
Awesome. Woohoo!
Take a pinch of whiteness, wrap it in black skin. Hey, a touch of blue blood.
Want to give us another verse of that, Marian? The melting pot by When the Cat's Away. Oh,
Totally
put her
awesome.
down back in the church. Come
Yeah, I know.
sit down.
Screw me,
Behave
groovy
yourself.
baby.
She's hot. Look, it's great having you here.
Thanks.
And before you go, I want to ask you now, you've got a 2016 coming up. You've got a lot of gigs coming up. Is there anywhere we can go and see you play very, very soon in the new year?
Well, yes, you can go and see me play at the Wairarapa Country Music Festival on
Sounds-
8th, 9th and 10th of Jan.
8th, 9th and 10th.
Yes, that's going to be an
Okay.
amazing big festival. We've got, and I've got my little Hobsonville RSA gig.
Oh, Hobsonville,
my
just
RSA
out the
now.
back there, yeah. Great having you here on the show. Come back soon.
Thank you. Thanks, Shane.
Compliments of the season to you, man.
Cheers.
Well, once again, we're beaten by the clock. It's time to go. But next week we'll see you same time, same place. And until then, keep on rocking.